Start by just taking one really nice long exhale. I'm inhaling with you now. And let it go. Enjoy. Whenever you're ready, just begin to observe. Just notice that just one nice long exhale is enough to just become present, clear. Clarity is empowerment. Sometimes, when given the suggestion to observe, the mind still may jump or race from one place to another. One nice long exhale. Maybe you've already taken another because it just feels good. Just a long exhale can be just enough, but sometimes the mind might even wonder what observing is, and that means the mind is still very active. And often that's the case if someone is in an uncomfortable situation. Even if they're the only one who knows it, that's okay. And so one really delicious long exhale can be enough. You can do more, especially if you like it. But now I'm going to do 3 rounds of breath. I'll talk you through each one. They're exactly the same. 3 breaths. Go ahead, and wherever you are in your breathing cycle, go ahead and blow out all your air. Now breathe in halfway really big. Now the second half all the way. Breathe in, hold. Hold the breath as you circulate. Whatever you think circulate means, just go ahead. Jaw softens, lips soften, spine begins to glow and melt. And now take a really beautiful long exhale. That's it. Now just some reset breaths in between. You can begin to observe. We'll do 2 more. Wherever you are in your breathing, go ahead and blow out the air. Now breathe in halfway big. Second half all the way, all the way, all the way. Hold, pause, hold, circulate. Jaw softens. The space between the teeth softens, tongue softens. Face smooth, circulating all the way down through your legs, up to the back of your head, circulating, allowing that comfort to spread. And now, nice long exhale, go. Whenever you're ready, just some reset breaths. Observe. Perhaps already recognizing, feeling for the tingling or buzzing, maybe softening, observing. Last one, here we go. Blow out your air. Inhale halfway big. Second half all the way. Hold at the top. Circulate. Smooth over the forehead, down the face, the jaw softens, lips, tongue, neck, spine, chest, belly. And exhale all the way, the longest exhale, so delicious. It's like a cool, tall, long drink of water, just exhaling. And then observe. You may find that somehow, whatever observing might mean, just feels a little more effortless. When we slow down breath, slow down time. You can begin to feel for breathing in between the space now, between the molecules in the mind. Molecules in the mind dancing in light, as if you've ever seen raindrops, a really rainy day. Maybe it's dark out and there's a street light, and you can see big raindrops hitting the ground, hitting the pavement and bouncing back up, and you can see that in the light. Breathing in the space between the raindrops dancing. As we slow down breath, we slow down time. We begin to observe that sensation of feeling for the healing. 80% of what we take in is through the eyes. And so here now, with the eyes closed, the moment we close our eyes and go inward, even before the breathing has begun, the moment we simply allow our eyes to close and go inward, a whole new world begins to reveal itself. Tapping into those inner resources, the breath creates the space, slows down the time, and we become more and more attracted to that slow motion, that pause, that inner listening, where that flooding of the inner energy field begins to occur. That one signal breath, just an inhale that leads to an exhale. That one signal breath signaling to the mind that the body has begun to become ready to simply enter that deep state of purifying relaxation. The moment we close our eyes and go inward, the inner world begins to expand. Breathing into that space, a whole new world begins to reveal itself. Inner resources that have always been there, now tapping into, unwinding, unraveling that inner knowing. And now we begin to observe and discover the allowing for the inner blossoming, the inner expansion, the inner unfolding, that inner light beginning to glow, embracing that light as it expands in us, through us, beyond those inner resources, because you can listen. And even in those moments, if we become aware of the thinking, it means we've already redirected that energy back, flooding the inner energy field. The hands begin to expand with that light, that listening, becoming so attracted to the listening, the sound of the breath. It's already there, and you already knew, didn't you? Your inner eye can see the unfolding, allowing it to reveal itself in the right timing, your timing. The timing your mind, your body already knows. Rewiring the neurology through the mind in the body. And then our only job is to allow the quiet, enjoying that quiet. It's not nothing. It's everything. It's easier here to just relax, let go of any old preoccupation with that outside world. The moment we close our eyes and go inward, the body and mind bridge together with this breath. Slow down breath. Slow down time. Mind easily slipping into a meditative state. This opens the door. There's a comfortable knowing when the mind is aware and the body is more asleep. I wonder if you've begun to notice that the mind can be more asleep, with the body simply noticing parts that are more and more awake, or even less. with breath, the spine glowing, breath circulating that light, aligning with the higher self-esteem. And so even if the mind were to wander off, it just means it's creating your dreams. The breath flooding through the mind, through the body, filling the feeling of the inner energy field flooding, feeling for that healing, feeling, breathing, feeling for the softening, maybe a tingling or a buzzing, surging as it circulates. The energy field expanding like a protective golden mist, molecules dancing in the light. Maybe a person likes to memorize what to do. Let's look at what you've already done. Pause. Become aware. The clarity of the awareness gives space. The clarity is empowerment. We allow the eyes to close, and instantly the inner eye opens. The inner world expands. The eyes close, and naturally we begin to drop into a meditative state. One nice long exhale becomes a signal breath, signaling to the mind and the body that it's time to simply allow for the feeling of the beginning of dropping into a deeper state of comfort with every breath out. Every breath out, softening more. Every muscle fully softening down. Every breath out, going deeper. And the deeper you go, the more relaxation it gathers. Every muscle fully softening as we breathe. Every muscle fully at peace. We close our eyes. The inner eye opens. The inner world expands. Slow down breath. Slow down time. Perhaps just one nice long exhale. You may really enjoy the 2 in, 1 out, breathing halfway in the other half, allowing it to circulate. And when you're ready, just releasing into that nice long exhale. And then observing that's the 2 in, 1 out. No need to memorize what we've done because you've already memorized how it feels. And you already know, don't you? Eyes closed. 80% of what we'd been taking in or observing, inwardly or outwardly, disappears. Eyes closed. Inner eye opens. Inner world expands. We naturally drop deeper into a meditative state. And maybe you choose to slow down breath. Slow down time. Breathing into that space. Even when we notice the heartbeat, it means it's begun to break up old stuck stuff, old limiting beliefs, breaking to bits and blowing away as we slow down breath. Slow down time. Breath dancing in the space between the molecules. And now, you can follow the sound of my voice or your own inner voice as you learn this one question, or is it a statement? You decide. If this is the only thing you repeat as often as you wish throughout the day, and it's this. You say to yourself, I wonder what my next thought will be. And then you can notice The mind focusing perhaps just on the sound of the breathing. The sound of an inhale is different than the sound of an exhale. The space, focusing on the space. It's in that space between where inspiration flows. New impulses flow through the space between. And so you say to yourself, I wonder what my next thought will be. And then the space between, the allowing, the slowing down breath, the slowing down time, becoming aware of the space and repeating as often as you'd like, because you've figured out, haven't you? Any old fears or discomfort were the mind's way of sort of getting caught in a rip current that feels like we're magnetically stuck to a thought, like it'll never change. Any negative emotion or fear is always that part of the mind really believing that the situation is permanent, and it never is it? I wonder what my next thought will be. Now you've already figured out. It's what we call a double bind situation. And in this being bound, we're so free in the understanding that if we stay in the repetition of repeating, I wonder what my next thought will be, and we observe in that space, well, we're masters of the game. We're in pure, purifying relaxation space. However, if at any point in between the mind were to go somewhere else, somewhere beyond what had been a repetitive thought, the mind can go anywhere, to the ocean, to the sky, to the quiet, to music, to joy, anywhere. Like your own inner Netflix movie. And if it does, you've broken out of the rip current. You've refocused your mind, your most powerful tool. Our tool of creation is focus. When we master freedom, which is choice, the choice of where we focus, we've mastered freedom. That's mastery. That's peace. That's clarity, which is inner knowing, which is empowerment. Becoming so attracted to the pause, the inner listening, and as we do, the inner energy field floods with that light of consciousness. You can feel for your hands expanding. The space between, where all the creativity flows, where all the answers reveal themselves. So, when you repeat, I wonder what my next thought will be, you pause. You be the space. Slow down breath. Slow down time. Inner eye opens. Inner world expands in the pause. It's not nothing, it's everything. Allowing the space, which is the magical place. Your rhythm. Simply repeating whenever it occurs to you throughout the day. And now we'll do it together for just a little while as your mind learns. Here we go. I wonder what my next thought will be. 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 I wonder what my next thought will be.